Hey guys, this is Derek Easley here, and I want to tell you about a fantastic film I just watched called The Master by Paul Thomas Anderson. Now, Paul Thomas Anderson is well known for Boogie Nights and Magnolia and There Will Be Blood, and he doesn't disappoint with this one. It's another, fantastic turn for a incredible writer director. But it's methodical and it's very indie paced, and it's very interesting in content. So I do not recommend this film for anyone who is not in the mood to watch a kind of a long and character driven drama film. It stars Joaquin Phoenix as Freddie Quell, and it stars the amazing Philip Seymour Hoffman as a character named Lancaster Dodd, which seems to be loosely inspired by L. Ron Hubbard, who started the Scientology movement. And both of these lead actors do an amazing job. The supporting cast is very good as well. Amy Adams is in it. And they've all been nominated for Academy Awards, I believe, this year. And it's just a fantastic film to watch for the acting. And I highly recommend it for that alone. Joaquin Phoenix plays a World War II veteran who turns into a drifter, and you discover very early on that he's got some psychological issues. He might be obsessed with sex, and he's got aggression, and he's kind of odd. He's an off character. You figure out later that his poor mother's in a mental institution, so maybe there's some heredity issues going on there. You don't know. So he leaves the military, works at various jobs from photography to as a field hand, agriculture stuff, but he gets in fights everywhere he goes. And through a series of happenstance, he ends up on a boat. And this is Philip Seymour Hoffman's boat he's chartered for his daughter's wedding. And there's aggression there, crazy things happen, but he ends up making friends with Philip Seymour Hoffman. And Lancaster Dodd, Hoffman's character, is endeared to Joaquin Phoenix because he makes great hooch. He makes alcohol out of pretty much anything, including paint thinner and other dangerous substances. Freddie becomes Lancaster Dodd's protege and kind of bodyguard, bouncer, thug role in many ways, even though Lancaster Dodd doesn't want him to default to these base, human, aggressive emotions. So they kind of go on tour of different places in the United States, and they're revealing Lancaster Dodd's new book. And he's part of this cultish group called The Cause. The Cause wants to help change the world, and they want to do that by helping us understand our inner selves. And they do that through hypnosis and therapy and kind of time travel techniques where you learn about your past lives and you control yourself and your emotions. Very fascinating stuff. Lancaster Dodd is a great speaker, and he is a suspect of spies and communists and detractors and people that might want to get a hold of his book or diminish his words. So there's some suspicion of who Joaquin Phoenix's character is and why he's really there. And there's conflict in that. There's sexual conflict between his daughter and Freddie, who wants to bang pretty much everybody, and there's a lot of strange kind of sexual practices going on in this group. The group wants to debut Lancaster Dodd's new book at the Phoenix Congress for the Cause, and it's going to be a big event, and there's struggles there for Freddie as he tries to figure out whether he should be a blind follower or criticize what's actually being said regarding this movement. The cinematography in this film is beautiful. It was originally presented in 70 millimeter, and there's just fantastic crane shots and landscape shots, and it's just the composition is just incredible. It's beautiful. The film costs $32 million and was produced by Annapurna. They produced some other interesting films this year, including Zero Dark 30. And the film was not a box office success, only made 25 million, but was a critical success nonetheless. That's what they were going for. This wasn't aiming to be any type of effects-laden blockbuster. And I love the popcorn films. I love escapism and diversion. But I was halfway through this film, and I was just thinking, like, wow, this is a throwback to 1940s and 1950s cinema, and it kind of takes place in that era. But it just feels great to watch storytelling unfold with the characters and the dialogue, and not necessarily see shootouts and car chases and CGI. It's just kind of old school storytelling and filmmaking, and I get a kick out of that. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. This film did cause some controversy with the Church of Scientology, and Paul Thomas Anderson and the production company came out and officially said that this is a film more about a World War II veteran and a drifter, and he's trying to find his place in the world. But the parallels are obvious, and Paul Thomas Anderson is personal friends with Tom Cruise, who's a very outspoken Scientology advocate. And Tom Cruise, was an Academy Award nominee for Paul Thomas Anderson's film Magnolia. So he screened the film for Tom Cruise, the director did, and he took exception to some scenes. Some reports said that Tom Cruise hit the roof, especially at the scenes where Lancaster Dodd's son implies that the founder and creator of the cause is making the stuff up as he goes along. And there's a fantastic scene between Philip Seymour Hoffman and Joaquin Phoenix where they're both in a jail cell and arguing with each other. And Joaquin Phoenix loses his stuff, and he accuses Lancaster Dodd just of that. He's like, "These aren't facts. You're just making this stuff up as you go along." And apparently some scenes where women were portrayed nude and singing and strange things were going on weren't as offensive as the idea of the founder just kind of pulling ideas out of the air. But the film exposes some things, but it doesn't necessarily go to lengths to, disprove the cause. It doesn't go to great lengths to make Philip Seymour Hoffman's character seem bad or corrupt or incorrect even. It's just characters have different perspectives and beliefs in this film, and you kind of follow their journey. So I highly recommend this film. It's good. It's interesting. I give it a high grade. I give it an A. But beware if you're not a Paul Thomas Anderson fan or an indie film fan, because it is long and methodical and paced out that way. So check it out, and thanks for listening to Derek Easley Vlogs, and more reviews will be coming this way. I'm sorry, I kind of sick right now, so I sound congested, but I will be better soon. All right, take care out there in movie land. Bye.
Right there.